China is the world's second biggest economy.
No, China has a larger population, but we can talk about India, we can talk about Japan,
okay,
we
India,
can talk,
Japan.
South Korea, you understand? And definitely what the China is consuming is not looking up to Nigeria to get its consumption. It's looking at other, even non-OPEC countries to get product fuel from them, including gas. But that does not mean that it will cut back on what we have in terms of revenue coming to the country.
Do you think that perhaps within the, let's not just focus on oil, within the oil and perhaps gas industry, now we know that many countries within the sub-Saharan African region are also discovering oil. Ghana, Kenya, I mean, many of them have now discovered oil. But perhaps maybe one advantage we have over them is the fact that we have tons of, gas, right here below us, much of it largely untapped. So if we're in a market where we now have so many competitors, our next door neighbors now become some of our biggest competitors, shouldn't we begin to look for areas of being more creative in terms of...
we need to be more creative, but the world population is getting bigger every day. And the more the population is getting bigger, the more the need for more discovery, more opportunity, more diversification, and all those things. But right now, I can tell you that we need to be more diversified, and that is why you see the various segment of LNG and all those things that we are having. We have energy, LNG. We have at Bayelsa. We have one in Ogun State, and all those things. And by the time all these things become fruitful, Nigeria will become one of the one of the countries, to get investment. But I can tell you specifically that with gas, Nigeria is well suited, because even Nigeria has larger population than crude oil right now. Nigeria is endowed with larger gas than what we have in crude oil. And by the time other sector investors are coming to put in their investment, more opportunity will come to invest in the sector than currently we have. And by the time the PIB is passed, many investors will come into the economy to get to be more involved in our economy.
Now, I'm just thinking, because so much reliance on oil and so much reliance on that's what we have to export right now. 80% of that comes from
the government with the PIB. If the PIB is passed, you will see the kind of investor we are likely to see in the country, because the PIB actually protects both who are coming and even the local investors.
Well, you're probably the first person I'm talking to who hasn't really said anything, because we do know there's so much drama and controversy still surrounding this new petroleum industry bill. But let's not go too much into that. But do you see this scaling, because so many voices, so many concerns?
I so have much hope.
That 10% that will go to the host community fund, all of those issues, would they be resolved, and would we see a smooth passage and just getting ahead and getting the business done?
You see, right now Nigerians are desperate to make sure that PIB is passed, because it has actually caused a stagnant of the nation's oil industry. Right now, nothing's happening in the sector. Everybody is awaiting the passage of the bill, and if the bill is not passed this year, it will cause a lot of damage to the sector, because right now, if you remember, the Director General or Director of Nigeria of DPR did say recently that about 216 oil blocks are just there waiting for the bidders to come in because of the PIB. And if the PIB does not pass in time, definitely more people will not come in to invest. To me, I have hope, because it creates a lot of opportunity for Nigerian economy.
Would we see new discoveries?
Definitely we are going to see new discovery, because especially on the local frontiers, in terms of the Nigerian investors who are going to the bidding and who are going to be partaking in it, because the PIB, the one I read, actually give room for them to develop, because they are not going to be equal with the multinational in terms of payment of taxes, royal hydrocarbon taxes. They are not going to be equal with all certain things they are going to pay. So definitely it's going to be an advantage to them, and it's going to enhance what we get in terms of revenue to the nation's economy.